Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava, Gopi Jana Bhargava, Gopi Jaya Radha Madhava, Gopi Jana Balava, Jaya Gopi Jana Balava, Yashodanandana Braja Yashodanandana Braja Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Serupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Siradha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, The Perfection of Renunciation, Chapter 18, Text 66. Sarvadharmam parityaja. Before that, we should recite, offer obeisances to Vasudeva, Lord Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Sarva Dharmam Parityajya Mam ekam sharanam praja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Mokshasami masuchaha. Translation. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Everybody, please repeat after me. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Purport. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and processes of religion. Knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Super Soul, knowledge of the different types of orders and statuses of social life, knowledge of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the processes that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions. For the Lord personally promises to protect him. We'll just read that first paragraph of the purport, and we'll try to explain, because this surrender says here that surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions. So that surrender attitude must be developed. And where we start, we should first try to develop humility or obedience. It's like students in the school, they're supposed to be obedient to their teacher so that they'll make progress in whatever education being taught to them. That's the number one quality of the student. Or a disciple also, that is very much needed. Humility. One should ask important questions, relevant questions, in a humble way, not in a challenging way. Yes, the humility is one of the nature of the soul. Humility, that's the nature, original nature. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi Sunichina Tarorivasa Isnuna Anena Manadena Kirtaniya Sadhari. Because this, without putting oneself, says one should be lower than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, be ready to offer respect to everyone, and not expecting any respect for oneself. Then one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So again, humility is like a prerequisite. It's needed. And then we can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly, purely. That is the goal, the means, and the way. So where do we get? We need first to hear how we can cultivate surrender. Hear from the right source how to do it. Because Bhakti Yoga is a science. Prabhupada will say it's a science because it's been tried, it's been proven. There is a conclusion for most of us who went to school. We did science or biology. Who likes biology? Or chemistry? all those different formulas. I cannot figure out. So I like math. So yes, when we go to school, we learn, especially from the right source, our teacher who's expert in that subject. So similarly, in spiritual life, we need guidance, especially those who are more advanced than we are in spiritual knowledge, and they also realize the knowledge, they practice the knowledge, they walk their talk, so to speak. Uh, and where did they get the knowledge from? From the Shastra. Shastra uh, is considered to be infallible, infallible. Uh, Dharma, Dharma, according to the Shastra, is our eternal religion, not the religion that we have nowadays. So many isms. Yeah, like that's what we have. It's not really religion, it's like more of faith. Religion doesn't change dharma. That means our dharma is to serve Krishna. That is our eternal religion of the living entities. Jaiva dharma, the eternal religion of everyone. But then when Krishna says here, and the translation says, abandon all varieties of religion. What is that? Because there is a misnomer, understanding that uh, this dharma is one's role, or sometimes I've heard, I'm just doing my dharma. I'm good. How many times have you heard that? I mean, even if they don't have Krishna as the center, I'm just doing my dharma. I'm religious. Oh yes, the other day I was explaining the difference between a spiritualist and a religionist. Religionists, they also worship the devatas. That's not spiritual. That's material. But when we worship Krishna and develop this surrender mood, surrender is like, you've seen in World War II. The one of the soldiers, he will have a white flag. Huh? I surrender. And you're not supposed to shoot here. No, this is against the law, martial law. So, and they surrender with both hands. Yeah, I have not seen a person surrender. He said, I surrender only with one hand. Have you seen a person? No, it has to be two hands, like Draupadi. That's a different kind of surrender, though. When she knew that there's no more recourse, she cannot do it, and no one else can help except Lord Keshava. So she pleaded help, and Lord Krishna became an incarnation of unlimited sari. Yes, isn't it? That's what we've heard from these stories, isn't it? From the Mahabharata. Mhm. So there are ancient histories of the world, and they were all recorded. Even some of them are millions and millions of years ago, like in a far distant galaxy, somewhere out there, long, long time ago. But they teach us how to surrender. Um, like Prahlad Maharaj, Ahmad Prahlad Maharaj is so surrendered unto the Lord that he's always remembering. Surrender to Lord Krishna means always remembering Lord Krishna. Others were doing so-called dharma. They don't have any description of who is Krishna, who is God. They will say God is great, but how great is God? They don't have any. I will say that I will use the word clue. And when we say clue, no clue means no idea. They're not. They're out of touch. So, but in Krishna consciousness, the description of the Lord, His abode, His devotees, and different events that happened in the past, and they were written by Srila Vyasadeva, and some also by the previous acharyas. There are things that they can see that we don't see because of their full surrender to the Supreme Lord. The soul is very powerful, can see past, present, and future up to a certain extent. Some of these surrendered souls, even they're blind, they can paint. They can paint Radha and Krishna dancing like peacocks. Ah, there's a temple in Varsana. There's a picture of Radha and Krishna dancing like peacocks with peacock outfit, color. And it was painted by a devotee who's blind. So how did he paint this? Where did he get the image from? Because it's in the heart. It's in the heart. A surrendered soul has a pure heart, no more material tinge to enjoy. So yes, we have to hear the knowledge, and we have to chant the holy name of the Lord as an act of surrender as well. In Kali Yuga, that is the highest austerity. When we say austerity, means uh, some action which I am not willing to do, but I have to do because I have a goal to achieve, which is very much desirable, and I cannot do it without doing it. But it's against my will. I have to do it anyway. So to surrender to the Supreme Lord, it takes a lot of commitment. I mean, we can be 50% surrender or 100% surrender. Others, they cannot find time for Krishna. They're so busy, especially working. And if you have family, then you have to think also every other moment for them, for you and for them also. You have to think, not just for them. What's going to happen if you don't think for yourself? Um, so, how do you surrender? How are you going to give everything? As Krishna says here, the acharyas, they gave formula how we can do it. They said that we have to spend some time doing sadhana early in the morning, sadhana bhakti, getting up early, worshiping the Lord, chanting the holy name, read Bhagavad Gita and Shrimad Bhagavatam, associate with the devotees, uh, engage also the children, let them know the importance of loving devotional service towards the Supreme Lord, even from the early age. Prahlad Maharaj is like that. Even at the age of 5, he was telling his friends, now is the best time. So, like in some places, um, the children, they are being engaged nicely. They're learning how to play musical instruments. Um, they're spending time for their children. So Kali Yuga is fast approaching, and a person who will surrender to the instructions coming from the spiritual master, the parampara, from Lord Krishna, ultimately, then they're not being carried away by the actions that's very pertinent, or the environment because mostly it's in the mode of passion and ignorance. So at least we have to be in the mode of goodness. This is part of surrender. Mode of goodness, getting up early in the morning by 5. Temple, we get up by 4. Some, they get up by 3. Yeah, if you're a pujari, you have to get up earlier, right? Because you have to attend to the deities. So the more we surrender, the more we become dear to Lord Krishna, because that is our nature. That is our dharma. The dharma of sugar is sweet. The dharma of fire is heat and light. The dharma of water is wet. So the dharma of the jivas, the living entities, plural living entities, is to serve Krishna. That is our nature. So ultimately, it will happen. But we have to try. That is the magic word. We have to try. And that is the price that we have to pay ultimately, to be greedy. Greedy for Krishna. Just like the materialists, they're greedy for money, 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 sweeter than honey. Everyone is looking for where is the honey. Because without honey, there is no sense enjoyment. And sense enjoyment ultimately gives us repeated more birth and deaths, and accepting different species of life. Not guarantee that next life will be human form of life. No, there's no guarantee. So yes, um, one of the ways also of how we can surrender is that to look upon those devotees who are surrendered, that we've seen from their example that they are having the qualities of a surrendered soul. Hmm. Not pretentious, not a show battle, genuine, no prajalpa, doesn't go and criticize others. Austerity, there are 3 types of austerity: austerity of the speech or the tongue, austerity of the body, and austerity of the mind. Austerity of the body when we serve the spiritual master. Um, Austerity of the speech, how we can control by eating only Krishna Prasad and vibrating that which is favorable for Krishna consciousness. That doesn't mean that we don't talk anything else besides Krishna. We have to talk about something about Krishna, and also things that it may not be directly Krishna, but ultimately for Krishna's pleasure in the long run. Yeah? Yes. This is surrender. Saranagati, Saranagati. That means doing everything favorable for Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure, and avoiding those which is unfavorable for Krishna, Krishna's pleasure, or the devotees. Becoming friend, uh, and the last one is yes, giving up everything. Mm, giving up everything. Ultimately, the very self. Giving up everything means follow the instructions. Whatever Krishna's desire should be also my desire. I should not have a plan separate from Krishna. That is surrender. Yeah. One who surrender, he doesn't think for his benefit or for his enjoyment, always for Krishna or his devotees. Mm-mm. So that's how another one who surrendered to Lord Krishna is Haridas Thakur. He's so surrendered, he never stopped chanting the holy name of the Lord. Even he was beaten up in 22 marketplaces. Hmm? The Chankasi stopped him from chanting the holy name. It is not proper. In those days, very difficult also to practice bhakti because of the Mughal dynasty. Uh, but nevertheless, how can he stop? And miraculously, there is no pain and there is no markings of those beating. Hmm. It was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who was getting uh, all of this. So, yes, austerity of the body, austerity of the mind. The mind has to be always thinking of Krishna and never forget Krishna. How to do this? Maharaj, I work. I go to job. I have a 9 to 5 job. How can I think of Krishna while working? It's very simple. That's why you have to have a good sadhana and preferably read one sloka from the Bhagavad Gita or Shrimad Bhagavatam. And in the evening, you can discuss amongst the family members, like the children. This Krishna consciousness is for everyone. It's not just meant for the elderly. If one is like, at least I would say 10 years old, 12 years old, uh, 5 a little bit, you know, difficult. Um, I would say around 12. Prabhupada, he would give initiation even at the age of 12, Gurukuli. Yes. That means they can. Are you playing? You're playing. Kids they like playing, right? So they have to be engaged in Krishna conscious play, but they can also understand what we're talking here if they're attentive. Hmm? So yes, it's for everyone. Sometimes where I go, the children they're right there in the front. They're all attentive, not like they're running back and forth. Usually, this is what they do when there's a program, and the kids are not engaged. This is one type of surrender also for the children. Even at a young age, they need to be trained up, like Prahlad Maharaj and his friends, sons of the demons. So yes, surrender. We may not be doing it wholeheartedly in the beginning, but we know that we are going to that direction. It may not be like 100% that I'm surrendered now, but I'm working on it. It's like it can be seen like if you if you chant 2 rounds every day without fail and be following the regulative principles, no meat eating, no onion, no garlic, no eggs, no meat, no fish. Hmm? Um, Actually, these are all pillars of freedom. It's not no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. These are all going to be helpful ultimately in the long run to surrender. Especially the chanting. One not need to chant immediately like 16 rounds minimum for those who are initiated. We took that vow. And it's not so easy to chant in one sitting without getting distracted. As Prabhupada says, chanting Hare Krishna is easy, but to be attentive, that is difficult. Hmm? That's true. There's so many distractions, the gadgets, the computer, the cell phone. If you cannot move around without your cell phone with you, there's a problem. Huh? There is no need. In those days, there's no cell phones, and we are existing. In those days, there's no GPS, and somehow we arrived to the place. Mm. So our greatest austerity is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, um, because we don't have that taste due to our ignorance of ourself, that we are not this body, we're spirit, soul. Prabhupada would often, whenever he gives classes, will often mention this. We're not this body, we're spirit, soul. Why? It seems to be very simple, yes, but the practical application, the always, and that level is not so easy to achieve. It is difficult, but it is possible. Spiritual life means difficult, but it is possible. There is a solution. Material life, it is difficult and it is impossible. It will not work. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All things must pass. There's a song like that. All things must pass. That was from the one who gave the Bhaktivedanta Manor in London. Yeah, very beautiful. Have you been there? Huh? How many of you have been there? Bhaktivedanta Manor. They have Goshala. They have school. They have many facilities for the congregation to increase their faith, Shraddha, increase the faith towards the ultimate goal. And I'm sure you can do that, something like that here also. Yeah, you have to make a list of all the needs that one may need, or to have that for a community, because ultimately everyone will be worshiping the Lord together, and that is surrender. There is an individual surrender, and there is a collective surrender. Individually, we have to do it also, not just during Sundays, but also when you go home. Now, that is the test. That is the test now. Whether you are making advancement and surrendering. Because one day we will all surrender anyway. But now, different degrees of surrender. There is a degree of surrender, no more coming back. You will not regret anything. Oh, you think that's possible? It is possible, but it's very difficult. But the price that we have to pay, unlimited, is the result. We're just fearful still. We just still not have so much faith. There is a Vaishnava poet saying that a person who's in Krishna consciousness, he can blindfold himself, he can run as fast as he likes, he can in any direction, and he will not be in fear that he will trip or he will fall down. How? Why is that? Because Krishna is there. Krishna is there with him. Krishna is the ultimate chariot driver, like that here in Arjuna's part. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Do you have any question or comments or reflection? I leave some time for question because sometimes, yes, I've heard here in Calgary they have very intelligent people. They ask good questions. How about the kids? You have any question? You remember anything? Yes? Good. Any questions? Yes. Is there a mic? So everyone can hear.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So my question is, how do we know we are aligning with the plan of with Lord? That we have aligned to His plan. That whatever we doing daily is, or our decisions or whatever we do
Yeah.
is aligning with His plan.
Okay. When you're hungry, in order to be satisfied, you have to eat. And while you are eating, you're also feeling your strength is coming back and your energy becomes stronger and stronger. So when you do bhakti, you will see the result. The result is that you become compassionate, you become kind, you become peaceful, you become truthful, you become blissful, you want to share this to others, you want everyone also to chant. These are the signs. If the negative is happening, that means nothing wrong with the process. Is the application is wrong. Negative. We will have a lot of struggles. This is part of growing up. Some of us are still crawling. Many of us are still doesn't learn how to run. Keep on stumbling. Yeah, we call it stumbling. We want to run, but we don't know how to run. We don't know how to walk first. It's you can tell. Yeah, if you want to be given praise, you want to hear your name. You want to be the prominent, even though you're not qualified. Well, these are negative things now. That means the process is not correct, or my application is not proper. No, there's nothing wrong with the process. The process is as it is. It is my application. So that's why I mentioned here in our discussion this evening the process. Didn't I? Huh? I did. Yeah. So you analyze it and see whatever you can apply it to yourself. Um, Inch by inch, row by row. Uh, you have to, because the process is gradual. Haribo, you have Bhagavatam class there? He's a good running guy. He talks always about Krishna. Yes. Yes, the process is gradual. Prabhupada says that it's gradual. See, faith or surrender means whatever I will do, I know that Krishna is the one always behind it and everything will be taken care of. Then I will do whatever needs to be done. That is surrender. Even though it may be not according to externally, is not according to Dharma. What we call Dharma again, Dharma means like the truth. The Dharma can have so many meanings, like Atma. Atma can have Atma means also the body, not just the soul, the body also. Um, so, yes, but for higher cause, the devotee will do it for Krishna. Yeah. Mm. There are some stories in the Bhagavatam like that. Um, yes.
You mentioned initiation. How would you like know that you're ready for initiation?
How you know when you're ready? You know when you're ready when you're not ready. Because no one can explain what is initiation fully. Fully. Um, there is a formal initiation. That's uh, the ceremony done in front of the deities, the fire yagya, and the devotees. Um, when you first have contact with a person who gave you Krishna, I would call it also initiation because that's the beginning. Initiation means initiate, initial, beginning. So if you can remember the person, the first person whom you have contact with, who share you Krishna, who told you about Krishna, or who gave you blueberry halava or gulab jamun, uh, that person is very special to you. You should never forget that person. That is initiation. But he may not be the one. It says usually the one who gives shiksha, instruction. He's the one who generally becomes the diksha, initiating guru, spiritual master. Still, who is spiritual master? We cannot figure this out completely. But what the Shastra says, the conclusion is that one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness, 24 hours, fully engaged, he is, and he can control his senses, hmm, the tongue, anger, the mind, the belly, the genital, um, all of these things. Then he can be a spiritual master. You will know. First of all, you must hear, and whomever inspires you the most to serve Krishna, and by his example, you want to follow him. He's the topmost. Usually, that one becomes your guru, your spiritual master. And simple. So, how do you know? When you're ready to follow him, when you're ready to follow the instruction of the spiritual master, then that is the time that you can be initiated. And I mentioned 12 years old, Prabhupada would give initiation to a Guru Kuli. Yes. Uh, but there is no hurry. In Krishna consciousness, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can start late, you can start early, you can start in between, but do it now. Hmm? Do it now. There is an urgency because we don't know death. We don't know when are we going to die. It can happen after 10 years or after 1 week. How about tomorrow? Yeah, how many we've heard, they didn't wake up. I have some friends like that, expecting to be around the next day. Some babies, they just took birth and after a few seconds also died. So we have to do it as soon as possible. And one of the most important thing actually is that association, devotee association. In devotee association, one can have quicker advancement, more powerful, especially the kirtans. Um, so everything is there. Prabhupada has given us all the facilities. We just have to take advantage. And then when you're ready, you know that at that time you're almost not ready also. Because again, it's like a commitment, it's a lifelong commitment. It's not like, well, in Vedic marriage, husband and wife supposed to be no separation. Yes. And that's why they circumambulate 7 times. Signifies 7 life before and after, or something like that. Is that correct? Or only after? Not before. That's too much. But nevertheless, the whole family should give it a try to surrender. But no force to the children. Oh, that's the worst thing to do to the children. Give them their freedom as well, but teach them the right way. Always keep reminding them. Yeah. Okay, any more question? Hare Krishna? Any more question? Or not question? Any statement? Anything that you like, that you've heard, and you remember? I mentioned few things. Anything that you remember that, like, hey, Maharaj makes sense here or something. Yes, don't be shy.
Well, it was a very nice lecture, and I like how you just got to the point of reminding everyone that chanting is the process to surrender, and to
And offer everything to Krishna.
everything to Krishna.
Yes, offer everything to Krishna. That is surrender ultimately, actually. Using everything for Krishna. The car, home should be a temple. Every home should be a temple. It's like in Vrindavan. Now, I'm sure more than 10,000 temples there, because every room is a temple. So why not? Your home should be almost like that. Worship Krishna, especially Gaurnita is very merciful. Deities for the Grihastas, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, their main gifts for the Grihastas is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord and worshiping the Lord in Gaurnita form. They're very merciful. They don't take any offenses. That means they give freely Krishna to everyone, whether one is qualified or unqualified. One who is unqualified, he'll become qualified someday. As Prabhupada says, this process very simply enjoying. We chant, we take prasad, we hear about Krishna. It's only enjoying. Yes? We repeat this again and again. In the material world, the process is tiring, is boring. No one likes their job. I guarantee you this. I don't work, but I can tell. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. No one likes their job. You only go there because of the green box, because of the mullah. So, but we should like Krishna all the time. because he's the only one. He's the only one who can. He solves everything. He does everything for his devotee. That's what it is. So you give everything to Krishna, then Krishna will take care of you. That is surrender. That's Prabhupada says that. Prabhupada says that. But there is fear again in us. There is a fear. There is a like anxiety or not really. You know that you have to do it, but you're not doing it immediately, right away. Why? So we have to question ourselves also. You don't have to tell me. We all have different material attachments, and ultimately that has to be exchanged. Yes. Any other points? Yeah. You have your hand raised. Yes. Where is the mic? Bhakta Mikey.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for an amazing lecture. And one thing that sticks by me today is we shouldn't have any separate plan than Krishna's. That's the most beautiful thing.
Well, we should have a plan, but ultimately the result is like favorable Krishna conscious wise. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Yes. It should be that direction. Everything. How to do that? Then you have to be an expert. It's like an art. An art, you know already what to do. Yes. Anything else? Any other points or questions or comments? 10, 9. Oh, this boy is very intelligent. He's asking a question for everyone.
You mentioned that everyone knows that they have to do something, but they don't do it right away.
Yes.
What's the reason?
Oh, this is what you call mañana. In Spanish, called mañana. Tomorrow. You go to Loy Bazaar and they don't have it, they'll tell you also, come tomorrow. This is what you call procrastinating. Ultimately, if you know what will be the result, yes, and you don't want to do it immediately, maybe the result will be negative, so you don't want to do it, and you're still waiting. Why I should do it now? Maybe I should do it a little later. But there should be some indications that telling you that I should do it now. Because many are also will get affected. Not just you, people surrounding you, the devotees around you. So ultimately, the decision is ours. You will come to a crossroad. Crossroad. You don't know whether to turn right or to turn left, to go forward or to reverse. But you have to make a decision. Where are you going to base your decision? To yourself, to your experience, to your skills. In spiritual life, we base our decision from Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. We confer. We take guidance from. Even a pure devotee, he will ask others to confirm, even though they know what to do. Are we like that? Or we make a decision, we just do it by ourselves, we don't tell anybody? How about the husband and wife? Does all what the husband does, the wife has to know? especially when it comes to finances. I don't know. I know something. I know something. Sometimes they're very secretive. The men, they will not tell. So he will make his own decision. But the Sanskrit says, for every successful man, there is always a woman behind. They help also, especially Grihastas. They have to have a mutual understanding that Krishna is the center of all their activities. The children also, they should listen to the parents. The parents will not do anything which is not good for you, always in favor of you. Yes. So that's how sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes immediately. It's a big decision, let's say it like that. If it's a big decision, if you just say, oh, shall I go to the car wash? No, that's easy, right? You can just bring your car to the car wash. But spiritual decision, it's not so simple. Not so simple. Yes.
Like, but what if?
Where's the mic? Here's the mic so they can hear you.
What if it's like a question that positively will, the result is positive, but you don't have the time or the energy to do it?
Time? You will have time. If you want to achieve something, you will have time, you'll have energy, you will have all your knowing, knowledge, you'll put everything. You'll pour everything into it. So that's no if. You're going to do it. And bhakti is like that. For Krishna, we should put everything. For Krishna, he should be always the best. So it will happen. And again, it's up to us when. Okay, we stop here now. There's so many things that we can say, but I think there's enough to digest what we've heard this evening. You think about it. And this is like a proposal. A proposal. You may take it or you may leave it. I'm sure if you take it, you'll get so much benefited. If you don't, then that's fine also. But do it as soon as possible. Make a decision. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande. Hari Om Tat Sat.